Okay, hello everyone. Long time no see. So haven't made a video for a while, as you know. Been busy with life and living in South Korea. So I'm gonna be making a video, which is gonna take like a week or so for me to finish making. Also apologize for my appearance. I just finished working summer camp at my school. So, the video I'm going to be making, which is going to take like a week or so for me to film all the bits and pieces, is I'm going to film the process, or document the process, of getting a motorcycle license here in South Korea. So, tomorrow I begin my theory classes. I'm going through a driving school in Anyang, which they've a reputation for specializing in like licensing catered towards foreigners, because a lot of their classes they can do are in English. So tomorrow I have a 5-hour theory class to attend. I'm gonna be so dead at the end. So the process is you have to do a theory class, then you have to take the written test and pass the written test, which I will do on Monday. So tomorrow's Saturday, I'll do the theory. Monday, I'm planning on doing the written test. And then from Tuesday to Saturday, so over the course of 5 days, I have booked in with the driving school to do the physical lessons, right? So to actually learn how to ride, that kind of thing, right? And then that means next Saturday, which should be August 2nd, I will be doing my actual physical riding test. So all going well, I should have finished everything by next Saturday. But yeah, so I am going to document the process as best as I can, in the hopes of, you know, sharing what the experience is like, maybe help motivate people. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And maybe my next video after will probably be about the moving process, because I move in like 2 and a bit weeks. So yeah. So this will be at the beginning of the video. So hopefully you enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so this is the outfit for today, with some shorts. Gonna go and leave to go to Anyang soon. Takes about 1.5 to 2 hours to get there, so I'm gonna leave like 2.5 hours before I meet. So I have to be there at 12. Gonna leave at about 9:30ish. So yeah. It's gonna be hot as hell today, so I have my handy dandy neck fan with me, because that's the only way I'm surviving summer here in Korea. So yeah, let's go. It's so hot. It is so freaking hot today. 2 minutes outside of the house, I'm already sweating my ass off. Haven't even started my journey yet. Okay, so I just finished 5 hours of classes, fucking exhausted. It's really hot, got my fan going. Finished 5 hours of classes, so it was 3 hours normal stuff. 2 hours extra for motorcycle, which half of that was just watching a video. But now I'm walking to the station so I can go 2 hours to go home. It's a fucking long day. Okay, so finished the first day. I did my 5 hours of classes, which was 3 hours of just like basic road rules, which a lot of it was, to be honest, a lot of it was just watching videos and looking at diagrams. The other 2 hours were more specific to the motorcycle rules and the cautions and stuff like that. Half of that was literally just watching an hour-long video. But it's done, and I have a cool little like swipe card to use when I go in. So for each hour of the class I like swiped in, did my thumbprint, so it gets logged in the system that I've done these hours. I was going to go for the motorcycle license for 125cc and above, but I am a bit too short for the motorbikes that they use to test with and that you learn to ride on. I've heard other centers do have like smaller bikes, but obviously living in South Korea and not being great at speaking Korean at this point, I do need one, like I do need a testing center where they speak English. So, and I'd already registered for this one. So what I'm gonna be going for is instead the 125cc and below, which instead of it being 10 hours logged for riding, it's only 8 hours logged. So I have Sunday, Monday to study for the written test, which is like on the computer. And then Tuesday, which was going to be my first day riding, I'm actually going to instead go and do my computer test, hopefully in Gangnam, because I've heard the staff there speak English, and it's just, make the process a lot easier if the staff there can speak English, so I don't have to try and explain myself. But yeah, so the only thing that's really changed is that the class of license I'm going for is slightly different, but the rules are the same for 125 and above, 125 and below. So yeah, plus I have one extra day to study, which is good. But yeah, so I'm fucking exhausted. It is 8 p.m. right now, and I left at about 9:30 this morning, so it's been a long day. Took me about 2 hours-ish to get home. About like 1 hour 45 if we want to be specific. But yeah, it's been a long-ass day. I'm hot, I'm exhausted. It was very, very hot outside. And on the bus home, there was an old man that was just fucking staring at me, and he kept like elbowing me. So I'm like, eh. And I'm fucking starving. So that's how the first day went. It went well, I think. I need to study for the written test. Well, written. It's on the computer. But I'm gonna study for that using a, there's like a PDF file that they have on their website for the motorcycle license, because they didn't have the English books on hand, sadly. And there's also an app that I'm going to use to help me study. But for the time being, I'm going to go shower and eat dinner because I'm starving and I'm fucking exhausted. But next update will probably be Tuesday after I've done the written test, maybe? Or yeah, probably then. And then after that it'll be Wednesday when I actually start riding. But even though it's really, really hot over here, it is recommended that I take a long sleeve shirt and some pants to wear. Otherwise I will get very, very sunburnt, which I do not want because I am pale as hell. So I will take clothes to get changed into there because it is a long commute and I don't want to be sweating my ass off the whole time. So I will take clothes to get changed into. But yeah, I'm excited. Feels real now. And I guess one upside is that the license I'm going for now slightly cheaper than the one I already paid for, so they're gonna refund me like the 60 something dollars difference, so that's good, I guess. But yeah, so I'm gonna go relax and maybe do a little study, but yeah, hopefully this process goes well. Y'all will find out when you watch this video, so fingers crossed. Hello, so today is Tuesday the 29th of July and it is about 7:45 a.m. At about 8 I am going to walk my butt down to the subway and head down to Gangnam to go and do the written test for my motorcycle license. I did spend Sunday and Monday studying, which involved like writing down like the questions and the answers for like the 100 most common, did all the questions for road signs, for like pictures of road situations. I also did about like 30 or 40 of like the 200 that people like get confused the most. I also did 2 mock tests, which I did okay at. So I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling a little confident, but I'm trying to not be too confident, because if I get too confident, then I might fuck things up. So, yeah. Fingers crossed. If I fail though, I can retest in 3 days, so I can retest on Friday. And thankfully the test center is kind of on the way to the driving school, so I could like swing by there to do the test and then continue on to the driving school. But yeah, I am a little nervous, a little confident, and tomorrow I actually start doing the physical lessons to do my motorcycle license, which I think I'm more nervous about because I don't know how to drive a manual. I tried to learn and I failed tremendously, so yeah, but fingers crossed. Okay, so I came here, paid, did my vision test, paid more to do the test. Now, 4th floor, a lot of stairs, and it's super hot. I'm nervous. Oh, my face is so red. Okay, so I just got on my test. I passed with an 85, so I am very happy with that. But so that stress is gone. My studying paid off, obviously, and yeah, start lessons tomorrow. Okay, hello everyone. So as you know, yesterday, which was like a moment ago in this video, yesterday I passed my written test, and today I am going to start learning to ride. So it is Wednesday, the 30th of July. My class is at 2 p.m. It's about 10:40ish now. I gotta leave in like 45 minutes. Leave 2.5 hours beforehand because it takes a hot minute to get to Anyang from here. But yeah, so I'm low-key shitting myself because I don't know how to drive a manual. So let's hope they cover a lot of that. I'm wearing short sleeves now, but I have long sleeves to get changed into just so all of my skin is covered and I don't become a lobster. Because otherwise I will have a really fucking miserable week if I get sunburnt on the first day. But yeah, so I'm excited, but slightly terrified. Let's hope this week goes well. Okay, so finished my first day. 2 hours of riding. First hour was just learning how to actually ride and just going wherever I wanted within the confines of the course. The second hour, sorry, I'm really fucking tired. The instructor like walked me along the course and explained like where to speed up, slow down, and like where my lines should be in relation to like the wideness of the track. Yeah, did it. I think I'm doing okay. I don't know, I might insert a clip of me riding like a little bit before I left, but I'm so fucking tired. And my tank top was just drenched in sweat. It's nasty, but it's fun. 3 more days to go and a test. I'm so tired. Okay, so today is my second day of riding. Got about an hour till I have to leave to go. I will say the backs of my hands are sunburned because I didn't have gloves yesterday. But I did buy gloves from the place, so hopefully my hands won't get burned anymore. And the back of my neck got burnt. But I have sunscreen in my bag, so hopefully that will stop that happening anymore. But second day, I'm feeling confident, and yeah, I'm excited to just do this whole process, get it over and done with, get my license. Excited. I'm doing pretty well, I think. But yeah, I'm just excited to get my license. And I was really nervous yesterday, but it was kind of unwarranted, I will admit. I shouldn't have been that nervous. But yeah, I'm excited, and yeah, almost there. I feel like the hardest parts are done. The hardest parts being the 5-hour class, the theory test, and actually learning to operate the scooter were the hardest parts. So, I mean, the next hardest part is going to be the actual like riding test, but I still have like 6 hours to practice. So, yay. Okay, you get a terrible low angle. So, I'm halfway through my second day. Halfway through my second day. I'm sweating my ass off, but I feel like I'm getting better. And I'm making less mistakes, which is good. Yeah. Okay, hello. So, today is day 3 of lessons. I think I'm doing pretty well now. Yesterday, I didn't make that many mistakes. And I got to a point where like I was going around the track a few times without stopping after each lap, which is what I did a lot on the first day. But yeah, very tired, and I just want this to be over with. But day 3, we are halfway through already. 4 hours out of 8 done. 4 to go, and then the test. But fingers crossed, all going well. Okay, so end of my 3rd day right now. It's still hot as balls over here, but it was a little overcast. I'm feeling a lot more confident. I made way less mistakes today, which is good. At one point during my first hour riding, there were 3 of us riding around the course at one time. And during the second hour, there were 5 of us riding around the course at one time. So it's kind of a case of like, be mindful of other riders, make sure I'm not getting too close to the guy in front of me. I mean, I feel like it was good practice because there wasn't a lot of like, stop, pause, breathe, wait. It was kind of like, okay, well, I gotta keep going because there's someone behind me. But yeah, tomorrow, last day. fingers crossed I will have good news that I've passed, hopefully. But I'm feeling confident, the instructor's feeling confident, so hopefully that means that I will pass without too much difficulties. Okay, so it is my last day. It is about 7:30 in the morning, because I have to be there before 10. So I'm really fucking tired, but last day, let's get it. Okay, I'm on the way to the station. I passed. I am so happy I passed. I was the last person to do the test, but I passed. So Monday, I'll go to Gangnam, go get my physical license. Totally worth it, but I would not do this again. It's been a lot, traveling 2 hours to get here each day. Okay, so end of the road. I have passed my test. I will go and get my license on Monday. I will go back to the same place I went and did my computer test at, which is in Gangnam. So I don't have to travel all the way back down to Anyang to get it. Apparently if I like wait around for like an hour, 2 hours in Gangnam, then I can actually get my license on the same day, which is the main reason for doing it. Also it's closer. But overall, my thoughts about learning to ride a motorcycle here in South Korea. So overall, I would recommend the driving school that I went through. They go by like a couple names. It's like SDA, like Seoul Driving Academy, but it's also called Anyang Driving School. I would recommend them. I would highly recommend them, especially if you are someone living in South Korea and your level of Korean is kind of like a barrier to you wanting to learn to drive over here, because the staff speak English, the person who like does the theory class speaks English, the instructor speaks enough English, plus there are staff there to translate. I just realized I look like a hot mess. Wow. But yeah, so if that is something that's like stopping you from wanting to learn to drive here in Korea, I would recommend going there. Just if you are doing the like car driving course, you have to do the on-road test. Doing motorcycle, I don't have to do the on-road test. I just did around a course, right? So basically, I'll see if I can find like a picture of the course. But it's 2 90-degree turns, a wide S-curve, a raised straight, and then a slalom through, I think, like 5 sets of 3 cones. That's the course, right? But there are sensors like on all the sides of each of the parts, so that if you go out, then the computer knows that you went outside of the course. When actually doing the test, well, so let me backtrack for a moment. So my first hour was just learning to ride. Hours 2 through 8, so 7 hours in total, was just practicing that course over and over and over and over. Like, it got to a point where there were 4 or 5 of us doing it, so it was a case of like, I would finish it and then I would slow down and then I'd just go do the course again, because the next person would be at the end, well, the person in front of me would be at the end of the 2 90-degree turn parts, so I'm like, that's enough space, I can just go. Actually doing the test, I was a bit nervous. I don't know why, because I'd been practicing for 2 hours prior, but I was the last person. So I feel like I was like a little nervous because of that. So doing the test was basically you get on whatever bike it is you're doing, the 125 and under or 125 and above. You get on the bike, you start it, you go outside of the course one time, so you go around, and then you come back and you stop just before the yellow line for the start. And then the person who's like, basically stamps everything, checks everything off, he will tell you over the microphone, okay, you can start. And then that's when like your 20 seconds of you need to start moving begins, because that is a criteria for failing. If you do not start moving within 20 seconds of like being told, hey, go, then you're disqualified. There are other criteria, like if you put your foot down, like on the ground, that will also get you disqualified. Driving outside of the course will get you disqualified. So yeah, you go around once, you get to the start, and you wait for the person to tell you to go, and you go, and you just do the course as you would do normally. Don't make any mistakes. I did it with no mistakes. I'm so proud of myself. But yeah, you go around and then you get to the end, and the guy who's been like instructing you, he'll like take a picture of you, you get to like pose, and then you go in, your papers are stamped, and they say congratulations, go to the office. That's it. You go to the office, you tell them whether you want to get the license from them or whether you want to get it from a different like licensing center. So I told them, well, Gangnam's closer for me, so I'll just go to Gangnam, get it. So then like I signed my name. I also gave the card back. I showed in near the beginning. Signed my name, wrote my birthday, all that, and I have to take that piece of paper in on Monday. So it's seeming a bit surreal at the moment, but I am so fucking glad I do not have to travel almost 2 hours there, like one way, to go down there again. Also, why the fuck did I do this in like the middle of a heat wave over here? That was such a dumb idea on my behalf, but I did it. And I did not get any more sunburnt than I did on the first day. My sunburn is barely there now, so I'm glad for that. But yeah, overall, a good experience. The staff, they were all very knowledgeable. It does get a little bit crowded sometimes when doing the course, if there's like 5 or 6 of us doing it. But it's a case of you just get to the end, you slow down, you wait for the next person to like get partway through, and then you go. So overall, I would recommend this place. Obviously my opinions are based on the motorcycle riding course. I mean, I can't speak for how the car driving course or like the bus driving, any of that is, but I recommend it based on the motorcycle driving course that I've done. The one I did was, I don't know if I mentioned it at the beginning, it was 5 hours of theory, which I did all in one go, and then 8 hours of riding, which has to be documented. So 8 hours of riding, which I split over 4 days. My last 2 hours I did in the 10 to 11, 11 to 12, just before the test, because the test is done at 12. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with my experience. I am now legally a hazard that is allowed to be on the road. So we'll just see how that goes. There may be like a mini follow-up series if / when I end up buying a motorcycle, about like the process of getting a motorcycle and learning to get more confident on the roads over here. But that's for future me to worry about. Future me also needs to go get her actual physical license, because at the moment I just have a piece of paper that says I passed the theory test and the driving test. So I need to go do that on Monday. So, but that is it. I'm done. I passed. Yay. It's so hot. I am sweating my ass off. But anyways, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this process, and hopefully it motivates you to maybe go get your motorcycle license over here. And even if you're not living in South Korea, hopefully it will motivate you to go get your motorcycle license. But yeah, anyways, bye bye.